Welcome everybody here to the Sports Talk Network channel. And specifically tonight, welcome here to Sports Talk Network channel and Steve's Wrestling Ramble. Specifically, that's what I meant to say. Steve's Wrestling Ramble. I've been rambling around doing a lot of things today. I got to visit my sister to hold and see my nephew. I did post on Twitter. Welcome to follow me on the Twitter at WWE_podcast. I have two pictures of one of my most recent tweets. It should be there. Of me and my nephew. So welcome to check that out if you care to do so. Beyond that, hope everybody's having a good day so far. And obviously we're talking about wrestling. We're talking about WWE. The biggest news coming out is that WWE releasing superstars, releasing Emma, Summer Rae. I put his main two. That's what they have, are part of the title of this episode. But also Darren Young. I was kind of surprised that they released Emma. It seems like they were giving her a chance. She had those good matches with Asuka most recently. She was on TV regularly. Even from most recent from that Monday Night Raw, she was part of a WWE.com exclusive thing afterwards. Talking about that. So interesting the timing of that, to be quite honest, more so than the actual action of WWE releasing her. And then Summer Rae, I kind of, as everybody knows, I want her to come back and get a push or go over to SmackDown Live, because technically she was drafted by Raw, and getting a chance to run SmackDown Live to do something and maybe even be champion, whether still paper champion or just a short time champion. Either way would have been nice for me as a fan of hers too, for that to happen. But she's focused more on other things right now. But she's happy and content with the WWE career that she had, and she was even said on her Instagram or IG that she was thankful for the time she was in, and being a WWE, but being a WWE superstar. So always remember that fondly, and that can be never taken away from her. It was like somebody winning a Super Bowl or winning a championship, would be being the top guy or gal, man or woman, in respective divisions, something they can never take away from them. There'll always be a former champion, i.e. Bray Wyatt and Dolph Ziggler. Dolph Ziggler will always be known former World Heavyweight Champion. Bray Wyatt, former WWE Champion. They have other accolades along with that, that they tout their credentials as superstars and as performers and sports entertainers, but that being the headline, at least I would think, to each of them, for sure. So something that can't be taken away from her, being in the WWE, being part of the women's division, being one of the catalysts, along with some others, to start the women's revolution back in NXT. So I wish Emma, and I wish the beautiful and awesome Summer Rae best of luck in your future endeavors and everything that you do. And I'm sure to keep tabs on both of you on Twitter and Instagram. And I hope to hear from you again. You both can follow me on Twitter at WWE_podcast and otherwise. But I just wanted to share that here at the top of the show, top of the episode here. This might be a quick episode. As I say in this episode every week, I already review the Monday Night Raw on Tuesday, SmackDown Live each and every week on those days, Monday 10 p.m. Central, Tuesdays 10 p.m. Central. And then I have Steve's Wrestling Ramble, where usually here if my team members aren't able to make it. And this time I went a little late here tonight because it was family time with my nephew in the afternoon, and then getting some rest after getting home, this and that, and doing other things in day-to-day life. Good thing I had off of work, but just, or at least I was able to get released from work for the rest of the week, actually these 2 days. See my nephew, and then other reasons for tomorrow, heading into the weekend. So I'm lucky to have a 4-day weekend. I remember those when I was in the military. We had a lot of those. So now they're few and far between. But point being is that with WWE, not too much other stories. I mean, the main, I guess the other big one thing to talk about is a WWE Championship match to be happening next week on SmackDown Live. We're going to have AJ Styles, the phenomenal AJ Styles, versus the modern day Maharaja and current WWE champion Jinder Mahal in a match for the championship, which is interesting, not in the fact of that being the match, and that in its own right isn't, or in its own set of circumstances is interesting, but what's even more interesting is that they're having a title match when AJ Styles was supposed to face Rusev one-on-one. Winner gets to be part of Team SmackDown Live, part of Team Blue, part of Team SmackDown. So that was what was supposed to happen, and now all of a sudden, like an RKO out of nowhere, plans changed and they're going this way. I know I saw some people on Twitter kind of jokingly say, did Jinder Mahal fail a drug test and now they're going to take the title off of him or something? I don't think so. That's more conspiracy theory, tinfoil hat kind of theories. I respect everybody's opinion, because if that's your opinion, that's your opinion. But I just think that they just wanted to have this title match, even though you would think they would realize, but not realizing how close actually Survivor Series is. Only a couple weeks away now. And maybe they thought they had a little more time built to Survivor Series on the SmackDown Live side of things. They would be able to have this title match, have to go home, or otherwise it's on the line. Now, I don't think WWE is that incompetent. I guess that in a way that's my own tinfoil hat idea and conspiracy. But I just think that that could be the case, because why else would they change plans they were already somewhat promoting with Rusev versus AJ Styles? Also with the rumor, or not rumored, but the leaked poster for WWE Survivor Series, leaked by a, I guess, credible leaker, so to speak, if that made any sense. You know what I mean? But someone on Twitter that has in the past leaked correct posters for pay-per-views, most recently being TLC, Tables, Ladders, and Chairs. So, but in the photo there, you had AJ Styles, you didn't have The Miz, but you had Baron Corbin, you had Kurt Angle and Shane McMahon, you also had those players. You also had John Cena, special guest referee for the Brock Lesnar Jinder Mahal match. So guess what that's going to mean? As much as they're going to have a title match, Jinder Mahal is going to be WWE champion. As I said last week, and I'm going to continue to say it because I guess I can, because I'm on my own show. Heading into Survivor Series, at least, then I'll finally be shut up about it afterwards, and when we get to the pay-per-view that Sunday. But all of them are going to stay champions. I don't see any of the champions on any brand changing. Yeah, I know. WWE, or Lapis Gamer here in the live chat. Oh wow, WWE wastes more talent. Check my head. It's unfortunate. Like I said, for Summer Rae and Emma, that's why they're on the title there. I mean, they're young to an extent, because for its openly gay athlete in WWE, this and that, I kind of thought he'd get more of a push. He did get one with Primetime Players, but I mean, after him coming out, would have been, I hate to say it, but for WWE to be able to double the chance with the LGBT community being as big as it is, and kind of banking on that and promoting him and having him be a champion, probably mid-title champion, but still, I mean, I want to talk about, you want to, give Jinder this big push out of nowhere, and how that's happened because of their India and that we never got otherwise, and India shows, expand the market. I think they've been using Darren Young, getting him over, and him being a champion, whether he would have been WWE champion or just kind of the U.S. champion. Either way, that certainly would have been very interesting, to say the least. That's pretty much for the news. I mean, for Raw and SmackDown, both shows were pretty good. Actually, I'm going to go to my Twitter, again, at WWE_podcast. For those that are interested, I do have pictures with me and my new nephew. I was able to meet this afternoon for the very first time. So I got to see my sister, boyfriend, and my new nephew, Caden. Okay, so those are there, again, at WWE_podcast. If you care to check them out, they should be near the top of my feed. Or, yeah, they're on my profile. On my Twitter handle, at WWE_podcast. Right now, I'm trying to go over there to see my results for my Twitter polls for Raw and SmackDown Live, and the polls for this past week. And as it loads here, sorry about the. Okay, for Monday Night Raw, 56% said great, 11% said good, 11% said okay, and 22% said terrible. With those are 9 total votes, and the winner being great with 56%. For SmackDown Live episode this week, the Halloween episode, 20% say great, 20% say good, 10% say okay, 50% say terrible, 10 votes, winner being terrible, 50%. So that means Raw was great, SmackDown was terrible. That's interesting. You have both extremes, and that's the first time actually in all I mean, of all of me doing these Raw and SmackDown Live Insta polls, which have been for now, I think 2 months now, 1 month, 2 months. It's the first time it actually, in the end, had terrible for one of the shows. Like, there was a show a couple weeks, or one of the shows a couple weeks ago where it was terrible, was leading at one point, but in the end, I think good one in the end. But either way, yeah, it's interesting for SmackDown Live. There, 50% was terrible, and 56 was great for Raw. So that's everybody's opinion. So as the cameras that is how we'll see when that Raw and SmackDown Live. Just trying to see if there's any other news or notes or things to talk about having in WWE World. NFL games going on. Big Cass, WWE superstar, is at that game. Jets and Bills. But beyond that, not too much else for me to be talking about here, unless there's things you want to bring up or wish for my opinion on. For those in the live chat, and also welcome to the video. So subscribe. If you're not yet subscribed. Okay, well, without further ado, I thank everyone that did watch live, watch archive as well. I apologize for the short episode, but like I said, I have a visit today and other days. Plus, my team members are not able to be here once again. I'm sure they'll be here for Survivor Series, so that'll be a big episode with a couple of great guests. So I'm sure they'll be able to make it then. But I don't blame them wholeheartedly because I also started this episode an hour later than I usually do. So I apologize to them just as much as I need to apologize to me. But either way, I thank everybody that watched. Enjoy the rest of your evening, rest of your day. Welcome to subscribe to the channel. Share the video, like. Also, check out the fan page on Facebook for this show. Just search Steve's Wrestling Ramble and like that page. But above all else, as always, take care.